Greetings, my name is Terence Scardino, and the following is a detailed description of the personality traits for Aries, which is the same whether it's the Western or Vedic systems of astrology. When I think of Aries, what comes to mind is a very independent, go-getter personality. The key phrase in describing Aries is "I am," indicating the qualities of leadership and self-confidence with a strong charismatic ego. Aries are filled with adventure and courage and lots of vitality, but also a sign who can be too focused on their own self-importance. As the first sign of the zodiac, Aries shouts to announce its arrival in the world. This is why Aries are always at the beginning of things, always leaders, and never followers. Now, all signs, like all people, fall between being very shy or introverted to very dramatic or extroverted. So naturally, the more immature, extroverted Aries is going to be the king of selfishness, with the ego the size of Alaska. But even with those quiet and more mature Aries, you will see a streak of wanting to be left alone so they can do their own thing, no matter how subtle or charming their personality may be. The symbol associated with your sign is the ram. Aries is often like the battering ram, even those quiet and shy types. Aries will barge in and make themselves a place in a crowd or in a waiting line. But those types that are fearless or even pushy in the outside world can be timid in their own personal lives. The Aries who is a battering ram in career can often be a gentle lamb at home. The ram is adventurous, ambitious, impulsive, enthusiastic, and full of energy. Aries is a pioneer, open to new ideas, and a lover of freedom. You welcome challenges and will not be diverted from your purpose except by your own impatience, which surfaces fast when you don't get quick results. Many Aries feel deeply a lifelong struggle to fight for everything in life, and this can play out as a charismatic leader pioneering into unknown territories, or the Aries who is defensive and angry towards everyone because of injustices they felt as a child and have never let go of it, even though it was many years ago. The difficult father figure appears again and again in the lives of Aries. Often, the personal restlessness and willful activity of Aries can be understood as a quest to fight the father or authorities' restrictions. Aries usually have to prove to their fathers, teachers, coaches, or bosses their worth before they feel any support or respect. Now, whether the need to do battle is necessary or not, there seems to be this pervasive quality deep within all Aries to not trust authority, to be supportive initially. Many Aries take to the adult world or to the battlefield of life to not expect anything without a challenge. An initial defensive attitude before it's even warranted, which of course creates a defensive reaction from other people, which by now convinces many Aries why it was a good reason to be leery in the first place. However, letting out the gentle lamb before declaring war is the more diplomatic and successful approach for the more evolved ram. When it comes to love, just the idea of it causes your heart to quicken. You love to flirt, and you love the conquest. But if your prey is too willing, you are often bored because you really enjoy the chase as much as the conquest. Aries always love to win at everything, and if the object of your desire gives up the challenge too soon, it could stop the Aries fast in their tracks. Your warrior personality often causes you to be very frank, direct, and candid in all your relationships. Many of you will have a high sex drive and be quite passionate, but your immature side can be your short fuse because of other people's slowness or conservative attitudes. And therefore, you can many times ride roughshod over the sensitivities of others. You often need to have many conquests in your romantic affairs. This impulsiveness can also trick you into early, unwise marriages that could end up in a big mess because of your passions and your impatience. Being the first sign of the zodiac, you are definitely known as the great initiator, where you need to always get something started and then lead the way. However, the dilemma seems to be the minute you become bored, you need to start something else for the adrenaline rush of new activity. However, you don't finish what you keep starting. Therefore, you might make a better idea person or motivator rather than one who is responsible for the follow-through process. You could also be the one who encourages others to look at themselves in a new way. This ability could make you a very powerful psychologist, helping others cut through the crap and get to the heart of the situation immediately, a take-no-prisoner approach. Your competitive nature gives you energy and an enormous will to succeed in your professional endeavors. No matter what financial hardships you endure, you remain dedicated to the ultimate quest to be your own boss. Your sign is not particularly materialistic, and because you tend to be so focused on your goals, you're willing to make sacrifices to achieve them. Just don't get so carried away with your plan that you forget about the needs of your family or loved ones. You can become so self-absorbed with your quest for the brass ring that you can forget all else and make your personal life strained because of your tunnel vision. You don't want to end up at the finish line alone, do you? Aries are leaders with a genuine concern for those they command. You, however, do not make very good followers because of your restless and impatient nature to just take over and take charge, like a parent who can't wait for their child to figure out how to do whatever. You are also belligerent about taking orders when you see no reason for it, probably a carryover of resentment when your father or a teacher tried to curb your exuberance in your childhood. The physical appearance is often of a strong, athletic body with an abundance of nervous energy that can be best released through physical activity and competitive sports. Many Aries have high foreheads and a reddish complexion, or red in their hair, depicting the fire that is bursting from their heads. And many Aries men will have thinning of the hair, but this is probably more from the high testosterone levels in men that is often the cause for their hair loss. So Aries, you can either batter your head against a brick wall, which is the more immature type, or you can tune into the little lamb within you and attain your goals more easily by gently working with others instead of always coming on strong. This takes patience and maturity to learn the difference between what you can change and what you cannot. And thank you for watching. And if you're on YouTube, you can click like or subscribe so you can see more of my videos. And follow me on Facebook or Twitter, where I post daily astrological messages. Thanks again. Tauruses are industrious and good craftspeople, and are not afraid of getting their hands dirty. Tauruses rule the domain of money in the horoscope, making the bull a good provider, investor, and business person. But also the Taurus can get too caught up in the material world. Taurus works for money, security, and the ability to shop for the best quality. But remember that you love the finer things in life, and the earth aspect makes Taurus needing material and physical security, and all the money to sustain the lifestyle. Becoming too materialistic can be one of your greatest shortcomings. Before making any investments, you look for practical and logical reasons before taking action. And you put a great deal of emphasis on careful, painstaking research. You dislike quick decision-making and prefer careful deliberation because you invest for the long haul. Decision-making for you is a careful process. Taurus needs to carefully consider all the options and weigh each for practicality. And thank you for watching. And if you're on YouTube, you can click like or subscribe so you can see more of my videos. And follow me on Facebook or Twitter, where I post daily astrological messages. Thanks again. And thank you for watching. And if you're on YouTube, you can click like or subscribe so you can see more of my videos. And follow me on Facebook or Twitter, where I post daily astrological messages. Thanks again.